Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to AM 1170, The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty. Joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall, Team Home Loans. Also in studio, we got Eunice De Alba, one of the newest members of the Whissel Realty team. Jason, I'm going to let you take the reins, my friend.
Special guest.
Yes, sir.
First time on at least this radio station, AM 1170, The Answer, and this is Whissel Weekend. We have Eunice, and Eunice is new to the Whissel team. And I was asking during the break, and I was like, no, we can't ask because you do so well on air. But let me ask you a few good questions to start with. What led you to real estate, and when did you get licensed?
Yeah, actually, I'm not licensed quite yet. I did all my studies and sent up all my information to the BRE, and but I haven't heard from them yet, so I'm waiting for that.
Isn't it? You love that government stuff. The good news is the government does check everything, and all the agents have to go through the licensing. So let's talk a little bit about, because we do have a lot of new people that always listen to the show who are thinking about getting real estate. So how long did it take you to even get to this point that you've basically done all the test work, you've done all the information, you just have to wait for the final test, which is, what the state puts on. But how many hours, what's kind of the rough cost? Can you give us an idea on that?
Right, yeah. So first of all, you have to obviously go and keep in mind that you want to be in real estate and everything. You kind of have to inform yourself a little bit on the industry. And so that's what I did. I kind of talked to my friends and people around and everything. But what led me really
if a guy like Kyle Whissel can make all this money in real estate, anybody can, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Especially when you meet the rest of the team, right?
Now that I'm in, it's really tough. It's a really tough industry to be in, and I really respect all the people that are in. So what led me to being a real estate agent is that I'm a really driven person, and I had businesses before, and I've become in contact with a lot of people, and I found out that in the industry that I was before, which is the manufacturing of furniture and all that stuff, people really wanted to buy a home or sell their home, or, even like owners of restaurants, and they wanted to buy a new building.
Still the American dream, right? Still the American
Absolutely.
dream is, even if you don't want to own your own business, everybody wants to own their own home.
Absolutely. So, I was like, well, I really want to venture into that, because but then after that, I was like, well, I know it's going to be tough. I know it's going to be one of those things where you have to really work and you really have to put in a lot of hours and everything. So I did my homework into like finding the most amazing, team that really brought a lot of value, not only to myself, but to themselves as well. And so that's when I find out about Whissel Realty, and I was like, I really want to be there.
So how'd you find out about Whissel?
Well, honestly, just through social media.
Really? So you literally, so this is the first time I've actually talked. And so we're getting a chance to interview you right now, live on Facebook Live. We've got the show that's airing here on Saturday. And listening right now, so you were doing research on real estate, started watching social media to see kind of who's going out there, who's somebody I want to team with, who I want to work with. And I'm just asking, I'm just going from, because I don't know. And you literally found the Whissel team just watching everything on social media.
Well, this is actually a funny story, because one morning I was brushing my teeth, and then...
Is just the one morning you brush your teeth, or the other one?
More likely. No, but I was brushing my teeth, and then all of a sudden, you have, your music going on and your iPad and all that stuff. And then I saw this girl, doing a video on this, on Mission Valley properties and all that stuff. And all of a sudden I heard Whissel Realty. And then I saw Kyle, and I was like...
Jessica, or was that somebody? Yeah, what happened? Okay.
Yeah, Jessica. And I was like, oh, I know that guy. I saw him on Facebook, and he is everywhere. So
he follows me everywhere. Once you go on his Facebook or once you go on his site, you can't go to anywhere. Yes. Kyle's got the marketing genius background, and he's got the right people on the staff, and he actually invests in his money. So if you're a real estate agent out there, the best advice I could tell you to do is, A, get on the Whissel team, but also see what out there works for some of the top people that may work for you. And that's what Kyle did, is just kind of duplicate it and learn from other people. And literally, when I go on the site and then I go look for shoes to buy or look for this, here's the Kyle team. The Whissel team keeps following me everywhere.
Right. And,
we'll find you.
I was like really bombarded with a lot of like media from him. So it kind of really pushed me to be like, I really want to be in that team. Like, I really want to find out what's going on with them. And I really want to try to, get somehow in touch with them. So, basically I did my homework again, and I actually was like surfing Zillow, and they have like agents that kind of get you in touch with them. So I did, and it was really tough. I did like 2-3 interviews, and so I mean, as much as I wanted to work with them, they also need to have people that have value and bring value to the team. So I like to think of myself that I have some value. So I really did my homework. I studied 45 plus hours to get the whole studies and everything. And then it's about like $160 to get all the materials.
Yeah,
you find the school that you
down.
Yeah, you find the school that you want to go through, and then you just have to stick with the hours of study. You have to pass all the tests. There are three basic tests that you have to pass, and then when you have that done,
and then you send all your work in, and then the state will say, yeah, you're qualified. You've given us all the information. You paid your money.
You do
and
fingerprints.
Then they'll give you a test date.
Exactly.
Right. And then do you plan on taking a crash course before the test date?
Oh, absolutely.
That's a big recommendation. I know for me, I'm sure we've talked about this in the past, but if you're going to get real estate license, invest in whatever it costs. I don't know, $100 to $300 for the crash course. It's typically over a weekend. And they just give you a lot of the information on, hey, you've studied all this information, which is great, but here's what they actually test on. And some of it like makes no sense to most real estate brokers in town. Like, why do I have to go through this, this, and this? But that's how the state test is done. And so you should learn based on that information. So they literally have, students come out and go, hey, I didn't remember covering this question. So maybe on your next seminar, you guys should cover this question. And so that's how they've built that seminar, and that crash course is based on all the students' input of, hey, here's the questions I remember, here's the questions I didn't know, and this has been helpful for the next time, and it helps people. And that's what you're going to be prepared for. So big recommendation, anybody out there, if you're looking to get a real estate license, don't do it without the crash course.
Exactly. And, now that I am an ISA with the Whissel Realty team, it really has helped me a lot to become prepared.
What is an ISA? Because I know we got people listening.
Yeah.
That's kind of your... What is that?
The ISA stands for Internal Sales Agent, which basically kind of prepares you to become an agent and go out there. Is basically all the theory and the reading and the training, and actually, practice role plays every day and everything, and just kind of prepare you to really be knowledgeable in the field of real estate, which I think is so important when you want to venture in this industry. Because when I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to become a real estate agent, but how am I going to do this? Am I blank? Even though if you've been doing
Eunice,
much.
You know what? Most agents, they literally just try to do it on their own. And that's, you've done the research. You found a great team in the Whissel team, and you started as an ISA so you can learn from some of the best mentors out there and get prepared so that this gives you more confirmation that I'm doing what I want to do. I'm getting prepared. I know what to say, things to do. And so many agents who start don't have that mentorship program. And I know that's something that, a lot of companies say they have one, but they really don't have it. Kyle's perfected it and continues to get better on it, on having true mentors, having teams come together, learn from one another, having groups multiple times during the week to learn from. And, you also have great people to call and text 24/7. If you can't get Kyle on the phone, I tell people all the time, text him. He will get back to you. It may not be in seconds, depending on what's going on in his life, but he is a great texter. How many texts per day or week or month do you know, Kyle?
At least 10,000 a month.
Can you imagine 10,000 texts a month? So let's break that down. There's 30 days. I mean, that's over 300 texts every single day. Now, thank goodness they now have unlimited programs, but when texting first came out, there was an overcharge on every text. Can you imagine that, Kyle?
Yeah. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is real estate industry is really screwed up in the way that it works typically. If you think about any job out there, like this radio station, for example, that we're recording in, you don't just come into this radio station on day one and they throw you the keys in and they're like, here you go, run a radio station.
But
doesn't work that way.
Do.
But in real estate, they do. Like you come and you join here, and you got to work your way up that ladder. You start like, Todd is our producer. He's got to pay his dues if he wants to run this station. He's got to work his way up the ladder. Yeah, he's got to work his way up the ladder, and maybe he goes into sales at some point. And, like that's how it works at pretty much any job out there. You work at a restaurant. You start as a hostess or a host or a busboy or barback or something, right? You work your way up that ladder. You don't just run the restaurant day one. But in real estate, we let people run the show day one. And that's why 90% of people fail in this industry. So we've changed things up a little bit to where when somebody starts, they start as Eunice referred to as an ISA, which is really learning the basics and building a foundation for what this industry is all about. Learning all the systems, learning all the scripts and the conversations to have. And, learning how to actually prospect for business and how to converse with people and how to add value.
Wouldn't it have been nice if you and I would have had that in the beginning?
Oh my God, it would speed things up so much. I mean, everybody, it's bad. So people on our team start out in that role and they kind of pay their dues and build a solid foundation. Then they join the actual team, and now they're out and meeting with clients and showing homes and doing all of that stuff. But we need that solid foundation first. Then we can build on top of it. And people will join the team. And the great part of the team is you don't have to go hire assistants and you pay for all these leads and all these systems. Like that's taken care of for you. And it's a beautiful thing. And some people will stay on our team forever. Some people will say, hey, you know what? I'm willing to hire my own assistants. I'm willing to pay for my own leads. And then they can move up and be an independent agent on our team. So we have that same kind of process that this radio station has, that the restaurant has. And that is really needed in real estate to ensure you don't have a 90% failure rate.
Yeah, because part of your team package is you actually, provide them leads, give them opportunities, right? You got emails, phone numbers, and sometimes it's super warm lead. That could be one of your best friends. I know some of the clients that, some of your agents working with right now are close personal friends to you. And that really helps an agent who loves to write contracts. They love to show properties. They love people. But so many agents don't know how to actually go out and generate leads. And then they trust somebody like Zillow, pay, $200 a lead, and then they don't know how to convert those leads, right? Because that's just not their little tip. But that's what you've put together with the Whissel package is how to do all of it and not have to be paying, thousands of dollars a month, which is I know you pay as a group, right? And as a group, you've learned how to harness it, how to make it most effective, and you realize not every lead's going to connect with every person. So this one might connect with Jason, this one might connect with Eunice, this one might connect with Jessica, Kyle, whoever it might be. And that's what's awesome.
For sure. So yeah, if you're interested in learning more about the team, you're thinking you either are in real estate and you're not at the right place, or you're thinking about getting into real estate, we'd love to chat with you. This goes to my cell phone. Give me a call, shoot me a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. I'd love to get connected. We're going to head to a break. When we get back, I want to talk about putting solar on your home and how you could actually devalue your home by putting solar on. And we want to make sure you don't make that mistake. You're listening to AM 1170, Whissel Weekends.